What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. We back. It's Tuesday. We trying to get to some cheddar, man. Make sure you guys go to www.sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out the NBA content and articles that we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. It's my guy, BlackJack Fletcher. It's my guy, Junior Browne. Guys, you want to roll the poker tournament video for us? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. Got the poker tournament coming up, guys. The poker tournament. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you guys definitely go check out that poker tournament, and we also will be doing a Super Bowl trivia. We'll also be doing Super Bowl trivia, guys, on Twitter, offering a $1,000 and 50 prize pool, guys. So they all Twitter followers, I'll be tweeting it out later today, right after the show. I'll tweet it out the link that you guys can go to. We're gonna be doing a trivia for you guys to win some free cash, man. So like I said, I'll be tweeting the link out right after the show. Go and follow me on Twitter if you're not following me, guys. But just real quick, we're gonna recap yesterday, BlackJack. Well, you got the cash yesterday with the Suns yesterday, bro. Everything good with you?
Fantastic, my man. Fantastic. Got the Suns getting the job done. Nice job there. Got the Bucks minus the 8.5, which I know Junior was all over a couple of times. Just missed on the Hawks. Just missed on the Hawks with those two LeBron free throws at the end. But again, we'll take it. We'll take it. 2-1 every day.
Yeah, we'll take it, Junior. I ended up riding with you on the Bucks over there. I didn't take the trifecta, big dog like you, but I did them riding that full game with you, my guy. It was a nice call there. They came out there and smacked the shit out them boys. Just how that trifecta is supposed to work.
Yeah, I mean, last year I felt like we used to do the trifecta a lot more often. This year I haven't really seen as many opportunities. I just kind of noticed, when I was looking deeper into the Blazers that, like I mentioned yesterday, half of their losses are by 20 points or more. So now more than half of their losses are by margin. This is a spot where the Bucks needed to get right, and they found the perfect punching bag in the Blazers on the road. Obviously, don't want to get too excited about any day, so let's just keep our heads down today, try to cash some more tickets.
Exactly. Yeah, the Heat, man, that was crazy. I was watching that Heat game. They was up 10 with like a minute or something to go, and it was like maybe 2 minutes to go, but they were up 10 points. I mean, and it was just one of those where everything went wrong for them. They let the Hornets go like on a 10-0 run. They tied the game up, ended up going to overtime, and then they lost in overtime. Which they deserved to. Jimmy Butler, second game back, they played a good game. They just couldn't pull away from the Hornets. LaMelo Ball came in the starting lineup over there. Terry Rozier got ruled out, and they still got the win. So Hornets are starting to play well again, like they were early in the season. Yeah, the Lakers, their game was pretty crazy. The Hawks were pretty much, they had the lead going to the fourth quarter. Got outscored 32-23 in that fourth quarter. LeBron heckling with the fans and stuff. I'm sure you guys on Twitter, you guys know everything that would happen with the little gold digging girl or whatever. But then the Bulls go and smack the Knicks up. They take out their frustration on that one. Off 3 straight losses, you got to know that the Bulls are coming to play versus the Knicks in that one. The Cavs, they get some revenge versus the Timberwolves, but they don't cover. So they win, don't cover. I'm glad I stayed away from that one. I knew that the Cavs would want to come back and get a win, but they didn't cover it. At 4.5 was just too much, man. It came down to 3.5 with Drummond out as well. So I know some people hopped on the Timberwolves. The Kings got it done over the Pelicans, man. I was at the spot talking to my guy. He was like, he liked the Pelicans. I said, man, I'm staying off that shit, man. He said, man, I like it. He'll get it done. And I know he was like, he heard me in his ear when they get out that fourth quarter. It was just a terrible fourth quarter. They played a good game. So I can't say like the Pelicans didn't come to play because they did. It's just De'Aaron Fox in the fourth quarter, they couldn't stop him. The Rockets smash spot, 30 points. Oh my God, Rockets keep it going. Bucks with a smash spot. The Grizzlies, man, the boys have won 7 straight games, covered every single one of them. The Grizzlies are really playing right now. That's one thing I could say. They play hard. They missing Valanciunas. They miss Grayson Allen. and they just smacked shit out the Spurs last night by 30. I was like, oh my God. The Suns get game winner for Devin Booker over my Mavs, and the Pistons versus Nuggets game got postponed. So I didn't even get to cash with the Pistons on that one, my guys. But that's the card. Yesterday I took the loss with the Mavs, cash with the Bucks, and my Pistons play got canceled pretty much. So I'll take the cash back on that one, my guys. First game up, we got the Raptors versus the Magic here, Junior. Your Florida teams over there, you and BlackJack, your Florida teams. What you got here, revenge spot for the Magic, or do the Raptors keep smacking them up, Junior?
Well, here's the problem. I kind of like the revenge angle for the Magic until Aaron Gordon. I realized that he's out for the next 6 weeks, and it goes back to something that I've said, but a couple of different teams in the league right now is that there are certain teams that, that they're okay. And when I say they're okay, they're somewhere in the middle of the pack. They might be right around the 6 to 8 seed in the playoffs or somewhere in the 9 to 10 range. My point is, those teams usually can't miss one of their top 3 guys and still continue to have success. Now, the Magic have 2 wins in their last 13 games. It's not a coincidence. During that run, they just constantly have one guy after another miss games due to injury. And I think that this Aaron Gordon, even though I've talked a lot of shit about Aaron Gordon, it's kind of crazy when you look deeper into the stats. Aaron Gordon's second on the team in assists, legitimately too. It's pretty clear. That's not one of those fluky stats. And it goes back to something that people probably get tired of hearing me saying. If your team doesn't have playmakers, you're not a good team, bro. You're not a good team unless you play elite defense, which takes me to the final point as to why I'm fading the Magic. Magic are no longer an elite defensive team. They're 19th in the league on defense. The Raptors are playing a lot better lately. I'm still not 100% sold on the Raptors, but Pascal Siakam is starting to show life. He's averaging 31-7 on 53% shooting in his last 2 games. If he plays like an all-star, which he did last season, or at least for most of last season until the bubble, they're a much, much better team than what we've seen so far. So I guess it's a super long-winded way of saying I got Raptors -6 full game official pick.
Got you. Raptors -6 for my guy Junior. What we doing here, BlackJack? Right with the Raptors? Maybe an under spot here?
Nah, doing nothing here. I lean with Junior to the Raptors because of everything you said about Aaron Gordon, right? The Magic are really just have been a mess with guys missing games here, and Aaron Gordon is kind of the glue that holds them together, if you want to say they're together at any point. But bottom line is, I can't trust the Raptors either. It's an up-and-down team, right? I mean, you look at the games they played in the last few weeks. They come out and they'll look good one night, and then they'll lose to the Kings. They'll beat Miami by 20, and then they'll come back and they'll lose by 15. Same thing with the games against Indiana. I just can't trust this team in this spot to lay, 6 points and be confident that they're going to do this. I don't have enough belief in this team yet.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, Raptors have been looked a lot better. I mean, they're starting to play now. The championship heart is starting to come out. The Magic, they're just on the landslide right now, man. That was a nice spot for them against the Hornets in the revenge spots. I mean, they are capable of getting revenge. They played a nice game versus the Hornets in their first one without Aaron Gordon. So I've seen them do it. They got guys like Ennis, Gary Clark that can come over and fill for Aaron Gordon. It's just he's been something like a point forward for them. His defense isn't already there, but they've needed him on offense. So they actually get better on defense with him out. But they're gonna need. We know that they're missing Fultz, obviously for the year. So Cole Anthony's just had to step up, man. You got a rookie out there starting point guard. That's been their main thing. If you got another point guard, Kyle Lowry and Fran VanVleet, if they get it going here tonight, that's the main reason in my eyes, reason why Magic have been struggling. They really be struggling to score sometimes. Like Junior say, the defense has been lacking. What's really been their calling card. So I don't know, man. Clifford, he got to get them boys going over there because they're not doing what they did best, and it's playing defense. So I don't know what to say about the Magic now. I won't be looking at that game. I can't say. I really do like the revenge angle, and it's hard to bet against it, but I can't take the Magic here, even though they're getting points and revenge. So I can't do it. I can't do it. But let's get to the next one. Huge game. I love this. It's going to get to a point where these spots are going to start to turn around here. NBA lately, all of these spots been cashing though for the public, man. We got the Clippers here. Next game up, huge game of the day. We got the Clippers versus the Nets. Line open up at 1 for the Nets. 1.5. Why in the hell did the bookmakers line open this one up at 1.5? They must be high or something. BlackJack. What are we doing here? We taking the Clippers here minus 1.5?
I'll tell you what, Jay. I'm gonna surprise some people. I'm gonna surprise some people who have never watched this show, and I'm taking the Clippers. Clippers. All right, this is easy. And I see the people in the chat talking about the Nets. The Nets are going to get it done. They're going to find a way. Here's the bottom line. And somebody tell me if I'm wrong. The Clippers play defense. The Nets play zero defense. All the Clippers have to do is slow the Nets down slightly, and they have a huge edge in this game. The Clippers rebound better. They play defense better. Maybe you give the Nets the advantage in shooting, although I don't think the numbers would bear that out with the way Kawhi and Paul George have played. But even if you give the Nets that advantage, all the Clippers have to do is slightly slow them down, and they have the edge in this game. Clippers.
Hey, BlackJack think it's gonna be easy over there, Junior. What we doing here? We riding with the Clippers minus 1.5 to the window?
Nah. What I would say though is,
you can't do that, Junior. It's like, nah, I'm messing with you. I was watching something last night, and they said they did the same thing. He was like, no, and it was hilarious to me. What's up, Junior?
I mean, I'm staying off this game for personal reasons. I just ate shit with the Nets against the Wizards, so I'm clearly not going to invest any more money on them unless BlackJack wants to officially make our play on the show official for $1,000 that the Nets win the East. Because I'm just stubborn like that, BlackJack, and I like big bets.
Hey, might as well.
Done.
Official? We virtual handshake on this or what?
Hey, BlackJack said.
Hold
Hold on, what's the bet again? Junior, you got Nets to win the East, right? And BlackJack saying pretty much like no, like anybody else.
Yeah, they won't win the East.
Hey, that ain't a bad bet there, man. That ain't a bad bet, my guys. Hey, I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one, man. Junior. Junior,
you know what I mean?
Junior, if you like the Nets to win the East, they have to win these type of games, right?
So this is my theory. I like what I see from the Nets right now? No, of course I don't. I'm not an idiot. I got 4 eyes. I can see what's popping. What I will say is they got like 2-3 months to figure it out. And I don't think anybody in the East is great. I don't think Milwaukee's great. I don't think Boston's great. I don't think Philly's great. So to me, why not the Nets? We'll see how it goes. Anyways, as far as this specific game, I just personally cannot invest more money in the Nets. I've been getting my ass whooped by them since they joined forces. They're winning straight up, but they're not covering spreads. This is a watch and learn. See who the Nets are. I might feel a little worse about that bet, BlackJack, after tonight, depending on.
Junior, I'm curious because, if you took the names off of the line here, and I told you you're going to get the team with better defense, better rebounding, and the better bench, and you're only going to have to lay 1.5 points, you do that every time.
Yeah, I would do that every time.
It's
but
super fishy.
Just as much as I don't believe in a lot of the teams I just named, I don't really all the way believe in the Clippers either, if I'm going to be honest. Their shooting, for example, that has to regress back to the mean. There's no way that these guys are going to keep up this shooting pace for an entire season. So the fact that they don't really get to the line as much as they should, the fact that they don't really rebound as well as they should, I'm not all the way convinced by them either, if I'm going to be honest.
Got you. This is gonna be a damn good game, guys. BlackJack made some really good points. Better rebounding, better defense, which that's the main thing. I mean, they got the better overall roster. It's like, why did they open up as an underdog here? Like, in all honesty, I see. Yeah, they're 1.5 now, which is like a bargain. Why did they open up as +1, +1.5? It's very scary. I'll tell you guys, this is one of those spots, and I really do think the NBA will start back to regress to where some of these sharper spots will start to hit, and all these public sides they've been hitting like galore lately. Yeah. I think shit's gonna start to turn tonight. Like, in all honesty, I feel things turning this is one of those ones like Vegas didn't get built, you know what I'm saying, on anything. If it's me tonight, I'm taking the Nets plus the 1.5. If it's me taking the bet in this game, this is just one of those ones where you go against the whole world. You really bet with. Well, I'm not saying this is what you do. This is saying this is what I would do. I would go with Vegas here. Like if you take the Nets, you're betting with Vegas. The Clippers could get this job done. Don't get it twisted. I just have to say this: the Clippers are the better team. Does the better team with the better roster always win? Not necessarily. The way I'm looking at this game tonight, I see Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Lou Williams versus Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and KD. You throw out all the no defense out. If the Nets are going to come to play today, the main two players they need to play defense on is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So it's going to be up to KD and Harden and Kyrie tonight to say, hey, it's up to them three specifically to play defense because they can do it. No, I've seen Harden play championship defense before. I've seen it. It's all about when they want to do it. I think the Nets will be up for this game. They lost the last one in heartbreaking fashion. They hadn't really been playing with all three guys out here. This is a one where it's going to show where the Nets, where we're at. I know they don't have the coaching advantage. The bench, their bench isn't just too bad. You got a guy like Landry Shamet who played on the Clippers last year. You're going to need some of the inside info. It's Nets or nothing for me. Whole world's going to be on Clippers. They're going to think it's easy. It could happen. They could come through, but I'm not taking the Clippers here. It looks way too easy. They're on the 5th game of a road trip. They got one more game tomorrow before they come back. I think the Clippers go down tonight, and I think a bunch of people are going to lose some money on thinking that it's easy. I think the Nets come out with the win tonight. This isn't one where they have to win by margin. They just have to win the game. They're at the house, pissed off a buzzer beater loss. The Clippers, their guys just came back for 2 games. It's the 3rd game back on the road. Just saying, I think that the Nets get this one done plus the 1.5, my guys. And a lot of people will take a huge L here, my guys. But let's get to the next one. We got the Grizzlies here on a hot streak. They're on a hot streak, guys. A couple games back after coming off that pause. Line opened up at -6 for the Pacers. Been bet down to 4.5, 5. Everybody's loving the Grizzlies here, BlackJack. What are we doing? The Grizzlies keep it hot here, or do the Pacers get back on track?
Yeah, I'm taking the Grizzlies here plus the 5, brother. I mean, listen, I know it's the second game of back-to-back, but if you look at the Grizzlies game last night against the Spurs, I don't think anybody played more than 20-something minutes in that game for Memphis. I mean, John Morant played 21 minutes. So, I mean, it's not like these guys were taxed, playing 40 minutes and then having to get on the plane and go to Indiana. So I don't think that that's an enormous concern for them. And listen, I don't know if the Grizzlies are going to win this game, but I'll take them at plus 5 here because, Indiana's been up and down. And this Memphis team, since they had that COVID, pause, has come back and has played really well. So I'm buying this Memphis team right now. I'm taking the points.
Gotcha. And they've been road warriors, Junior. 6-1 on the road. 6-1 ATS on the road. Them boys been balling, man. What are you thinking? What you thinking on this particular spot, Junior, for the Grizzlies? Do the Grizzlies stay hot?
Taking the Grizzlies plus the points. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I got them at plus 5.5. The Grizzlies. One thing I love about the Grizzlies, and I wish I was more petty and I go back and start that argument last year. I don't know if you remember, dudes are coming for my neck because I said John Morant is going to be everything Westbrook was supposed to be. And people, all these Westbrook stans, whoever those people are, they try to come at me. But one thing I love about John Morant, even though he's the best player on that team, he doesn't force anything. He doesn't always take the most shots. Yesterday, he took like 9 shots and they won by 20 points. He's a true point guard. He plays the game the way it should be, and his team follows his lead. So, and speaking of that, on Indiana, I like Malcolm Brogdon against John Morant. I'm not saying Brogdon can't guard him, but I think John Morant could do something. Brogdon's a bit of a bigger guard, and I think that John Morant is going to have a quickness advantage over him and make him work on defense. So. I just like the matchup for the Grizzlies overall. You're giving me one of the hottest teams in the league right now, taking points. The Pacers are not a team that win by margin on a regular basis, so I'm good with like BlackJack said, the Grizzlies might not win, but they'll fight till the final buzzer, though.
No, you're right. And so I'll tell you guys, the Grizzlies team, this is a team that plays hard every single time. They get to the bed, they drive at you. Like when they're on offense, they go straight to the hole, and on defense, they play really good defense. Even though they're missing Grayson Allen and Valanciunas, they could possibly be without Ja Morant tonight. He took a real hard fall last night. He ended up coming into the game, but that's why he didn't play that many minutes, because he hurt his ankle pretty bad last night. So he did come back. He was dancing and stuff after the game, but slight chance that he might not play here if they do want to take it easy with him. The Grizzlies came off a nice little 2-week stretch where they hadn't played. Now this is the third game in 4 nights. They're facing a Pacers team that's pissed coming off that fourth quarter debacle. I could only look at the Pacers here. It doesn't, regardless of the Ja Morant. It's just simply the Pacers at the house coming off their demoralizing loss there, and that's something I put on the coach. If they're going to a zone, I don't care how many timeouts you got to call. I don't go back in the locker room, man. You got to draw up some shit or something. But that was just terrible for on there. It's a new coach over there. He got to do better, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that the Pacers bounce back tonight. The line's going down there. If I can get 4.5 with my local, I'm seeing 5s. It's only 4.5 at Bet Online. It keeps going down. I might have to hop on the Pacers here. It's just a huge bet. I don't want to fade the Grizzlies, but it's a huge bounce back spot for the Pacers. I like the way they match up versus the Grizzlies, who could potentially be in a sluggish spot here. Third game in 4 nights, coming off that little break there. So if it's me here, I like the Pacers in this particular spot. Let's get to the next one. We got the Blazers versus the Wizards here. Wizards open up at 1.5, up to 2.5 now. They're gonna have to try to bring some momentum off that win, man. Westbrook looked like he was turning back the clock to the old Westbrook here. BlackJack, what are we doing? We got the Blazers versus the Wizards. 2 pretty much no defensive playing teams. Total of 240.5. BlackJack, what are we doing?
Yeah, I called it a 239.5. I took it over. Which I know it's a crazy number, but I mean, look at these two teams. You said it exactly right, Jay. They don't play defense. I mean, Portland lets guards just torch them, and what are the Wizards? Westbrook and Beal, right? I mean, they should get whatever they want against this Blazers team. And let's be honest, the Wizards don't do very much on that end either. So you should see Portland putting points up. I know it's a big number, 239.5, 240. I'm going over.
I could not talk you out of them. When Blazers on a back-to-back spot, Junior. Wizards, they just going up and down 24/7. What do they even know? I don't think it's a D in either one of their names. Oh, Portland got a D at the end. But Junior, what we doing here? We going with the over?
No, I just don't want any parts of this game. I mean, that would be my lean, I guess. It's a big-ass number, though. I don't really like that number. And I'm just going to be honest and say that these two teams are pretty unpredictable. So I just don't see an angle in this game. If I could get Portland at like 3.5, I might be interested in that. I don't think it gets that high. I'm very curious of all these people that are super confident in putting their money on the Wizards, though. That's funny to me. It would be over or nothing in this game.
Got you. Yeah, the way I'm looking at it, man, the Blazers, so they just got their teeth kicked in last night. Let's see, third game in 4 nights on the road. I mean, if they going to beat a team, let's see, you got the 76ers, next, then you got the Knicks. That's on the road trip. You better try to come in here and get this win, man, or it's going to be a terrible road trip for y'all ass. It's a couple different ways I could look at it. I could look at it like the Wizards need to keep the momentum going after 4 straight losses. You know what I'm saying? But that was a pretty big win for them. Like, they got up against the Nets. I don't know. I'm not going to say they're not going to get up this same type of way, but do we know Westbrook versus KD, like them boys going to get up for that. They hit a game-winning shot type shit. So it just, I don't know. I could really see it be like a letdown because I still think the Blazers are the better team, even though they're missing guys right now. And they're, you know what I'm saying? You've been getting it. You can get into the paint with them easily. Wizards can have everybody out there. That's just how they are. Their defense is just not good. Like, they have no effort. Like, they don't even want to play defense. It's an effort thing. So, in my opinion, the Blazers, if they want to get a win over one of these teams, this is your time. Like, I don't know if the Wizards should really be laying points against anybody, man. That's the only thing. Now, I'm not saying that they won't win, but it's just like they're just like, why are they laying points, man? But I don't know, man. It's like I say, if the Blazers, I mean, it's a 10-9 squad. They the underdog versus the 4-12. We know the Wizards are better than that, but they got to bring the defense every night, man. We'll see if they keep the momentum, though. Let's get to the next one, man. We got the Celtics versus the Warriors here. A real good game. I think it's an injury that a lot of people was missing here, but it's cool with me. It's cool with me. We got the Celtics versus the Warriors. Warriors plus 2.5 home dog here, Junior. What we doing? Taking the home team?
I don't think I can. I don't like listen, this is one of those spots where I look at the way the two teams line up against each other, and obviously not having Marcus Smart is a huge problem for the Celtics because he can match up with so many different players. But I don't like the way the rest of the Warriors forwards match up with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I'm just gonna say it. I think that Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre are food. You know, well, I think those guys. And here's the thing: I respect Kelly Oubre's game. I just think that right now he's not playing his best basketball. I think that it's going to take a lot out of him to guard either one of them. You're going to have to assume that Oubre's guarding Tatum. That leaves Wiggins on Jaylen Brown. It's just I just don't like the way that that the Warriors match up with the Celtics best players. And to be honest with you, the Celtics are a team that are going to play defense. They're going to play hard. And I don't think the Warriors play well against those teams. The Warriors have been better than they were to start the season. But I think I keep hearing rumblings like people are talking like the Warriors are like, oh, they're back to being a good team. They're above 500. Pump your goddamn brakes, son. Go look at the teams that they beat. Their last 3 wins are against Detroit and Minnesota twice. Other than that, they haven't won a game in like 3 weeks or 4. Like, get out of here with this nonsense, bro. I say all that to say I'm on the Celtics official play minus 2.5.
You got to, man. You got to. Here, BlackJack. What are we doing here? Is Steph carrying the Warriors on his back tonight? BlackJack. What we doing here? Maybe looking at a little under spot?
Nah, I'm going with Junior. I'm riding with Junior. Celtics minus 2.5 here. Junior, you're exactly right. Even without Marcus Smart, the Celtics are going to play defense. The strength of their defense is perimeter defense, which is the only way this Warriors offense scores. It's strange for people to realize that the Warriors are one of the worst offenses in the NBA. All right, they are not a good offensive team, and that defense that carried them a little bit early in the season has come back to earth. So, and now you don't have Wiseman tonight either. This is a spot that the Celtics could really, really use to get right offensively. I think I'm with you, Junior. Celtics beat up on the Warriors tonight. I'll take them minus 2.5.
Oh, yeah, this definitely get right spot. My main thing, Celtics, they're off a couple of losses, man. It stops right there.
Yep.
If you want to take elite teams like them off a loss, it's good coaching, you know what I'm saying, good defensive teams who's always going to play hard, who hates losing. Like, everybody in the NBA these days don't really hate losing. Teams like the Lakers, the Celtics, they can't stand losing. Losing 2 in a row, if they lose at 2 in a row, the third one, they're coming even harder. Like, I heard AD say themselves, we damn sure we're losing 3 in a row. I think that's how the Celtics feel tonight. They could have beat the Lakers. In all honesty, they could have beat the Lakers without Marcus Smart. And Marcus Smart was one of those players that you need him against the Lakers. I'm not going to say they don't need him against the Warriors, but I really think that they finna come in here and get this job done. The Warriors missing Wiseman is a lot bigger than the Celtics missing Marcus Smart, in my opinion. You still got Tatum, Browne over there, and Oubre Jr. I had to say, so Kelly Oubre is always going to be an elite defender, always. It's never going to leave. His offense, yeah, that's trash there, but yeah, Oubre is always going to be an elite defender. Like, whoever he's going to be on, they're going to be a little moved from Oubre. He's a damn good defender. I have to give him that. The offense, like that's why they don't want him on the team anymore. They want his defense, but he's just terrible on offense. So that's why they're like, oh, we got to get your ass up out of here, man. But yeah, I think the Warriors going to miss Wiseman tonight, man. Like Junior said, they've been beating up on cupcakes. They seem to play better at the house, but they're facing a different beast here tonight. Celtics, they're coming tonight. They lost 2 in a row. They still 4-1 ATS, 3-1 ATS last 4. I like their matchups tonight. I like the Celtics minus 2.5 official. Let's fucking go Celtics. Now I got the green on y'all. People in the chat, they already know the green and gold. Let's go. Let's fucking cash tonight though. Let's cash. But let's get to the next one, my guys. But yeah, I kind of wanted to lean to the under in there too because I think the Celtics, they're gonna come in there and stifle the Warriors, and the Warriors might not get past 100 points in this one, man. Even without Marcus Smart. So I know that total was going up, but I actually leaned to the under in that one. Let's get to the last game of the night. We got the Pistons versus the Jazz here, BlackJack. The Jazz took their first loss in a while there. Do they get it back going here versus the Pistons? It was supposed to be a back-to-back in altitude for the Pistons, but no game last night. So now it's not that same thing here, BlackJack. What we got?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think the Jazz definitely get back on the right side of things, but I'm not laying 12 here. I mean, that number just seems way too big for a Detroit team that has, played competitively in a lot of games lately. I mean, I get it. Utah's off a loss, first loss in a while, but I mean, I'm not laying 12. I'm just not laying 12, especially when this Utah team, and I backed this Utah team in a lot of those games. They kind of screwed around in the first half of some of those games occasionally, okay? They would let teams be closer than they should have been. 12 is a lot of points to lay. It is a lot of points. I'm not laying 12.
Got you. What's up, Junior? What we doing here? I'm surprised that it's kind of. I think it opened up a little lower than it then got bet up. But what you thinking here, Junior? The Jazz versus one of the best teams in the league versus one of the worst teams. Are you laying the double digits here?
No, I actually have a heavy lean to this Pistons plus 7.5 in the first half. Those first half spreads that are over 2 possessions, like 6.5, 7 plus, like those are really, really hard to cover. Not to say that the Jazz can't cover. They could come and blow the doors off of this team. But something that BlackJack mentioned, I think, at least me personally, I've watched enough Pistons games. There was a time 2 weeks ago where I took them 3 games in a row. And they showed me something. They showed me that they're going to compete. And no matter what, and as J Money, alludes to a lot, in today's NBA, if you show me that you're going to fight till the last whistle, that's a how do I say that?
That's
like telling me that this team shoots well, or this team rebounds well, or it's a specific. It's almost like a specific stat. I hold that above a lot of stats that people throw around casually. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think it's too many points to lay against a team that's going to come out and play with effort and play hard. So. It's Pistons plus 7.5 or nothing first half for me.
Exactly. And I wonder sometimes, guys, when the teams go like on a long they go on a long winning streak, after that first loss, they kind of really excel. Like I've really seen that a bunch of times. After they'll be a long winning streak. Then after that first loss, it's like, all right, the streak is broken. I won't have to really expand so much energy and trying to, break a record or something like that. Usually the second one can be a little flat spot too. So I'm not saying that. I mean, the Jazz, they kind of do seem like they could be one of those teams that are immune to that. They really do. Like of a letdown spot. It's just the way that they play is like they really can just blow out almost anybody in this team if they're hitting their threes. Because I mean they're damn near unguardable on the 3-point line. Not necessarily their last game. It was just a terrible spot for them in Denver. But now they're back at the house versus the Pistons squad, who we'll see if they're gonna come in here overmatched, or if Jeremy Grant will come in and put his stamp on it, and because he could damn near cover the game. I didn't say by itself, but like lately he's been able to take over some games and go for like 30 and 10 rebounds and really keep the Pistons in. Like, if you've been watching the Pistons, that's the main thing that's been keeping it in. Jeremy Grant is like going beast mode pretty much. I know he's catching those props for guys a bunch. Man, I saw something about people betting Jeremy Grant like 10 games in a row cashing the props on his ass. So, but it happens, man. But nothing from me on that one, my guys. Only 6 games today. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. BlackJack, break them off with your officials, my brother.
We got Clippers minus 1.5. Portland and the Wizards over 239.5. Memphis plus 5. And the Boston Celtics minus 2.5.
Gotcha. Junior, what we doing, my guy? What's the official plays?
Toronto minus 6, Grizzlies plus 5.5, and the Celtics minus 2.5.
Gotcha. Hey, I like it when we all on something, man. I'm on the Celtics -2.5 today. Let's cash it, my guys. Let's cash it. If I end up getting there on the Pacers or Nets, I end up putting it on my Twitter, man. Tweeting. I already tweeted out Celtics earlier today. If y'all guys want to know about that, the survey, the Twitter, which I'm finna put it out there on Twitter right now for the Super Bowl, my guys. So if somebody trying to win that free 1050, trying to get them a little stimulus or something, hey, y'all going to us. Follow me on Twitter, man. We about to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.